Hey guys, as we're in conversations with our friends about God and what it means to believe in God, oftentimes atheists or people who do not believe that there is a God, um, I want you guys to recognize that oftentimes they talk about not having enough faith to believe in God, but I believe that it takes more faith to be an atheist than to be a believer in God. Now, what do I mean by that? So I believe that atheists also have to take a leap of faith or a step of faith to believe what they believe. Now, they like to say, well, science teaches this and science teaches that, but there are a lot of things that they believe that you can't prove with science. So, for example, the idea that something comes from nothing. Now, science tells us something can never come from nothing. But the atheists would have you to believe that our universe, our everything came from the Big Bang. And what caused the Big Bang? Well, they say it came from nothing. So how does something come from nothing if science tells us that that can never happen? Another thing they believe is that order came from chaos. Again, everything in science tells us the opposite happens when nature is left to its own devices. It breaks down. It becomes more chaotic over time. It doesn't become more orderly over time. And so it flies in the face of science to believe that order came from chaos. Likewise, they would have you to believe that life came from non-life. Again, all of our examples in science, life comes from other forms of life. Or, a parent has a baby, a bird has an egg. Life always comes from life. But to believe in the atheist viewpoint and science only requires you to believe that life came from non-life. And I don't have enough faith to believe those things. So I just wanted to throw that out there to help you think through these things intellectually, and maybe to help you in conversations with family members or friends. Love you guys.